Hello YouTube, my name is Kevin and this is my very first vlog. So the series of videos that I plan to make is to share with you some of the secrets that I have learned to land your dream internship or co-op. So these dream internships or co-ops are will be very specific to the big companies like Apple, Tesla, Amazon. On top of sharing my secrets, I'll also be interviewing some of my peers and classmates that have landed these jobs and getting their opinions on how you can get there as well. About myself, my name is Kevin. I'm a mechanical engineering student. I'm about to go into my 6th internship. Because of my university program for undergrad, I actually have 6 slots for my internships that's mandatory for graduation. So in fact, I'm going back to my 5th internship position. I'm going back to the same company, which is Apple. And I want to show you what the offer package would look like. So let's take a look.
Okay, so if you open it up, you'll see it says welcome to Apple, and then if you open this side up as well, and here is actually the offer letter.
Now that you've seen that, let me share with you some of the secrets so that you can also land a job here as well. So let's go right into it. Tip 1. Alright, so tip 1, it's actually something that I don't think too many people want to hear, but it is to start small. My first internship was actually at a very small startup. I worked as a tech support, so it had nothing to do with mechanical engineering, my field, what I learned at all. However, it was the only company that would hire me since I had no skills or knowledge at the time. I just began first year of university, so there's the opportunity, I took it. However, when you're there, when you're starting small, you want to build your people skills because, well, when you want to get to Apple or Tesla, the first step is always to get through HR. So those guys might not have as much technical knowledge as you do once you build up your technical knowledge. However, they have talked to a lot of people. So you want to be able to present yourself well. You want to be able to communicate and sell yourself basically. So when you're starting small, your first job, wherever that may be, I highly recommend you focus a lot on your people skills. That includes oral communication, so you're talking to a lot of people, as well as your written communication. Tip 2. Tip 2 is the presentation of your resume. So like I said in tip 1, in order to get into these big companies, you must first pass through the gate, which is HR. So you may have a lot of deep engineering, technical skills and knowledge. However, the HR, since they don't have the same background as you, they won't know that. And thus, presentation of your resume is very important. The recruiter actually will look through your resume first and then pass it on to the engineering teams. They don't look at it at the same time. It's the recruiter that passes on to the engineering team, so you have to pass this gate. Some of my tips I can give you for that is you want to keep your font very consistent and same size. You don't have a lot of different size fonts everywhere. You also want to be very professional in choosing your font. So don't choose something crazy like Comic Sans or have a lot of color. Keep it professional because you are going to apply to work after all. And also, you want to have bullet points for your top skills. You want to list them in their priorities, and like how relevant is your skill to this job. You want to put those at the top because those will be the first things that the recruiter starts to read. Alright, so tip 3 is to keep an online portfolio. So if you land an interview, it is very, very helpful to have an online portfolio. Even if you haven't landed an interview yet, you still want to build this portfolio for this moment. This online portfolio can consist of all the things you've done, like CAD, any CAD models you've done, side projects that you've done. Well, often a lot of recruiters or whoever's interviewing you, they'll have access to this. They'll have access to the internet, and you can ask them to pull it up during your interview and walk them through some of the stuff you've done. It's a lot more helpful to have a visual aid to help you discuss your strengths. And it makes you a lot more memorable than some other guy who just described what he did versus showing what he did. You want to show that you're a good match, that you can do this. So my 4th tip is do not underestimate the hours, okay? So a lot of classmates or peers that I sometimes hear them say they don't really like doing overtime, they don't want to do over 40 hours a week, or they don't want to work on the weekends. However, you must know that I've worked there before. I know that these extremely competitive companies, they have very, very tight schedules. And that is why they're so competitive, highly sought after. Because they have these tight schedules, it is in their culture to work long hours and work. Sometimes you're going to have to work on the weekends as well. So if that's not what you want to do, maybe it's time to step back and ask yourself, maybe this company is not actually my dream. It may be a dream for other people, but maybe not myself. In the end, if you think about it, it's a lose-lose situation if you do get the job, because you don't want to be putting that much hours, but the company expects you to. Company loses out, you lose out. And so my last tip is to reach out to the recruiters. You can do this through LinkedIn, through Indeed.com, somehow, whatever you can, try to find the recruiter's name and email. You can ask your peers or your friends, anybody that's worked there before. If you do, I highly suggest you send them a cold email. Basically, they don't even know about you, and you just shoot them an email saying that you're very interested in this company. You tell them a little bit about yourself, very short paragraph about who you are, and of course, you have to attach your resume. And I can tell you, I have done this and have gone interviews like that. So that wraps up my video for 5 secrets on how to land a dream job at co-op. So on my following videos, I'm going to be talking about how you can land a dream job at a specific company, such as Apple. So as a bonus tip for you, there's no restrictions on saying that you can't have a different resume for a different company. You can have there's no law or rule or saying that. You can totally tailor your resume for a specific company or a specific position. My bonus tip was if you take a reading of your job posting that you're interested in, or internship posting you're interested in, take a look to see if there's any relevant experiences that you have that's exactly listed on that job posting, because then you can take the posting's keywords and put it on your resume. And by doing that, the HR looks at it, sees that you have the exact relevant experience that this job wants, and so you'll be a pretty good match and have a higher chance of getting an interview. Thanks for watching my video. Hope you liked it. Please hit the like button below if you do. Remember to subscribe to me if you want some more tips or secrets on how to get these dream co-op jobs. I also plan on making some videos about what's it like to work there, some of the company culture, something like that. And yeah, thank you for your time. Peace.